This is a college football preview show with Blake Newsome and Bennett Davis, and I'm Nayland Gupta. So, what are your thoughts on the college football and how's it looking for the playoffs? And what are your thoughts on last season?
So last season they had two clear top favorites going into the year, stayed throughout the season. Alabama and Clemson both were undefeated, pretty much killing team by killing team throughout the year. Gets to the playoffs, showed their dominance, and Clemson just had the hand on them in the national championship with the show by the final score, as they beat Alabama for the second time out of 3 times in the national championship and split the series overall in their playoff appearances. So other than that, I think it's been a good year. And if you want to ask Ben what his overall thoughts on the Final Four, his choices are, you can go ahead.
Alright, so what are your overall thoughts?
So last year, I am a Georgia fan, so I'm trying not to be biased, but I feel like Alabama did have the upper hand the whole season, and then in the national championship game, Clemson just pulled out on top. And for next year, I think that the playoff will be 1 Alabama, 2 Clemson, 3 Oklahoma, 4 Georgia. Kind of similar to last year, except Oklahoma had the 4 and Notre Dame had the 3. So I think that Georgia will take Notre Dame's spot in the college football playoff next year.
So, overall, looking at all the teams, who do you think is going to win the playoffs?
So the first thing I want to point out is, as Bennett just said, I think he named the straight same 4 teams just 2 years ago. And another thing to point out is Notre Dame does play Georgia in Athens this year, home with UGA in week 3 or 4, I believe. That's another game to look forward to going into the playoffs. But I guess, will this be another year that 2 teams from the same conference make in? That's another question, but I think the 2 locks right now are Alabama, Clemson, and it just comes down to who's going to win the Big 12. Is it Oklahoma, Texas? Who's going to win the Pac-12? Can USC make a good year? Can Stanford make a good year out of themselves? It just depends on how the season plays out. But as I said, the 2 locks right now are Alabama and Clemson as usual.
So, what do you think?
So 2 years ago, Georgia faced Alabama in the national championship game, which was the first time 2 teams from the same conference made it to the finals, or the playoff finals together. And it was a really good game. Alabama pulled out on top after Georgia blowing another lead again. But yeah, I think that winning the playoff this year will be Clemson. I think that they're dominant, and I think Georgia will make it. So yeah.
Well, I'm Nayland Gupta with Blake Newsome and Bennett Davis signing off as SBC Game.